Drive, brought to you by the Butterfly Palace. Have the best day ever at the Butterfly Palace. The Springfield-Greene County Park Board reminding you to go play, and Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service. Call Southwest Missouri's best plumber today for a free estimate. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you on Thanksgiving Eve, huh?
It's hard to believe, isn't it?
Why isn't there a Thanksgiving? Why don't we celebrate Thanksgiving Eve?
Because everybody works on Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah. And you got to get ready for tomorrow. So, okay.
And your Thanksgiving Eve is spent at the grocery store. Well, if you're us. For other people, they've probably had their supplies for days.
Us. Do you have any idea what I've already done?
Well, if you must know, not really.
Well, hey, we're
I would like for you to know that I'm a very good cleaner. For all of you people out there wondering, well, what does she do? I clean extremely well.
Just so you know, so you can rest easy on this Thanksgiving Eve. We're set for Thanksgiving food wise. Okay.
Yes, I feel like we are. I feel good about it. I do. Yep. Feel good about it.
We're worried.
All right. So here's some stories for you in the news. This first one is a warning. Springfield police seized a bunch of counterfeit pills. They looked like oxycodone, but apparently they were Percocet, potentially laced with fentanyl. Of course, those types of pain pills are often abused, and officers actually believe that this batch of pills, the counterfeits, might have been what caused several recent overdoses. Yeah. SPD is warning people to be careful. Of course, never take any medications that are not prescribed by your actual doctor and filled at an actual pharmacy. So, man. Now to this, a woman from Hollister is in trouble for hitting two people along Highway 65 who were out of their truck, tying down some things in the bed of the truck. Apparently, the driver who hit the pair was driving while intoxicated. Police say Lori Fuller was arrested. Both of the people hit were hospitalized with head injuries. Fuller also had a child with her who was taken.
Oh, man, that's also awful. The fight continues at the Missouri Supreme Court level. Ballot language submitted by Secretary of State Jay Ashcroft regarding the question of abortion was denied. State Appeals Court said Ashcroft's summaries had partisan language in them and therefore should not be used. Ashcroft is moving forward, saying he's committed to making sure the people of Missouri have ballot language that they understand.
Yeah.
So that continues.
Yes.
Black Friday is coming right around the corner here. And retail experts say anymore, Black Friday is more of a season than just a day. So what should you shop for this week? Analysts say clothing, gift cards, home goods. Like gift cards, that'd be weird. Like smaller home and kitchen appliances are deeply discounted. If you're looking for a new television, they say the best purchase is on Black Friday, the actual day. They have some really good deals. Experts say to use your phone to check prices at other stores because they're all competing for your dollar on Friday and during the entire shopping season. So I don't know why you'd want to buy a gift card on Black Friday. Do they discount those?
Well, they did the year that you and I bought multiple gift cards as gifts at Sam's Club. Do you remember that?
Oh, that's true.
I remember that because we were getting like a $50 gift card for $46 or something.
35, I think. Yeah.
Oh, really? Was it bigger? Okay.
It's interesting that Sam's doesn't have all the gift cards that they used to have. They used to have their own version of gift cards, and they used to have a lot of choices. But now there aren't many choices.
I haven't bought one in there in a while. I will say this: my other co-host Kyle was telling me that if you're shopping for a new TV, and you actually buy it on the actual day of Black Friday, which again, the retail analysts recommend, but he says, make sure that you actually look up the model number because sometimes it's a little bit of a different model number that is more cheaply made. And so that's the one you're getting. So, I mean, he's like a tech guy, right? But you got to look up the actual model number to make sure that you're getting what you think you're getting.
Yeah.
Make sense?
It does make sense, but yes. Yeah. If it's cheap, it's cheap.
Right. Yeah, like perhaps you're getting what you pay for. I don't know. But okay, this is fun. The big guy, Google, is apparently helping out the little guy. Google now has a new feature that filters your search by small businesses. If you choose for it to do that, you have to turn that filter on. So that is true of the search engine, and it's also true of Google Maps. So you can filter by small businesses. It also includes e-commerce vendors like Etsy. That's cool.
Interesting. So
That's
if
really
you're looking for a local coffee shop, instead of just ignoring the big brands that you recognize, it will filter them out for you,
right. But it also, I
right?
feel like with coffee shops, I think it already does that. Like it also includes in the mapping feature, at least the smaller guys. But this is like more specific to shopping. So if you're looking for a Nike hoodie, and you don't want to go to, the chain like Academy or whatever, you might be able to find it at what's that store called, like Ozark Adventures or whatever. Like it will, if you hit the small business feature, then it will pop up small businesses who sell that brand or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
That's cool.
specific to shopping, I
Yeah.
believe, is the
Okay.
way that I read it and understood it. So anyway, all right. Well, over Thanksgiving and Christmas, a lot of adults have more time off work than they typically do. And experts say, guess what? It's a great time to use that time for quality time with your kids. The latest research shows that teenagers are significantly healthier as young adults if they have had good relationships with their parents. The National Institute of Health followed 15,000 teenagers for 14 years, and this is what they found. Those whose parents spent lots of time with them and who were warm and positive, um, as well as caring about their schoolwork, those kids were healthier in their late 20s.
Well, that makes common sense. I mean, parents who are involved and kids who feel loved and cared for and protected and all those things are better kids. They
Yes,
turn out better, right?
right. Yes. I
Uh,
mean, yes, it does make sense, but time is often hard to come by in these great United States. So I think it's cool just to have some research to like
yeah.
drill it home.
No, I think you're right. Uh, I just took my. It just so happens that Monday and Tuesday, I took our oldest, our 14-year-old daughter, Caroline, to. Can't believe she's 14. Sweet Caroline. We went up to Kansas City, just the two of us, for first time we'd ever done that. But I want to try to make it because I do it with a boy all the time, and I've done it with Ainsley on swim trips. But this was just a trip to go hang out together. So it
Yep.
was a lot of fun. I don't know if she would say it was fun, but it
I
was
think
fun for
so. She
me.
told me she had a great time. Now
Good.
you need to do one with Ainsley
Yeah, we got to do Ainsley.
soon because she
Yeah,
knows that you did one with Caroline and she knows that it wasn't a swim meet.
I'm aware. I'm aware.
Okay.
We'll
You
do
got
it.
it.
We'll do it. Uh, this is me, huh? Hey, there's a fun place for you to see with your kids to take your kids to Highway B in Rogersville, rural Webster County out there. There's a house with more than 300 inflatables on display. That's a lot of inflatables.
Our kids
Uh,
would love it. They would
yeah, they
love it.
would. There's a lot to look at, that's for sure. Also on the property is a bake shop that makes cinnamon rolls and other sweets. The display is free to come look at, but the cinnamon rolls will cost you. Smart business plan there.
Yep.
If you want to go, you can find directions on the Facebook. Search Highway B. No, search B Highway Christmas Display on Facebook, and you should be able to find your page. B
Yep.
Highway Christmas
B is in
Display.
boy, B highway Christmas
Yeah.
display. Because it is rural Webster County. So you're going to need directions. But rather than telling you over this podcast, just go to Facebook and type in B as in boy, B highway, Christmas display.
You'll probably know when you get there. Would
I
be
feel
my
like
guess.
you'll know. You'll probably see it
Is
coming.
this it? Is this the
Yeah.
one?
Right. Yeah.
No, this one only has 200 inflatables. Hey, if you don't feel like cooking for Thanksgiving, some local TV stations who do a great job compiled a list of restaurants that are open, and some of them uh, are listed as follows. We're not going to do the whole list because there's actually more than I would have guessed. that are open on
I thought
Thanksgiving.
so too. I looked at the list. I'm like, goodness gracious alive.
It's a
That's a
lot.
bunch of restaurants.
Well, I think a lot of people probably don't want to cook. They've
I
cooked their
wonder
whole
why
lives. They're
someone wouldn't want to
retired.
cook on Thanksgiving. Oh man.
You
You know
couldn't
what? I like to stick to my strengths, people.
you couldn't say it with a straight face.
Yeah. I am, however, going to make green bean casserole because who can mess that
Caroline
up?
makes that.
I know, but I help her. Let's be honest. And then also, I'm going to make some stuffing like from a box, stovetop. Don't judge me. I think it's actually pretty good. It's seasoned well.
Well, that's what
Say
I
what
eat
you
now
will,
because
but that's what I believe.
I've given up on making my grandma's stuffing. I can't do it. It's too frustrating. It ruins the
Yeah.
holiday for me.
Your brothers
So,
can make it. Both of your brothers can make it.
well, I'm
Scott and
not.
Todd are chefs. I mean, so are you, but like they know your grandma's recipes better than you do.
I don't know about that, but anyway, they're not here to give it to me. So, stuffing out of a box, I guess, is what we're going to do. Alice Irene's in Marionville is open. They probably make a nice dressing. Applebee's, City Cafe in Springfield, Cracker Barrels are open. Yeah. Denny's, Domino's Pizza, Fall Creek Steak and Catfish House in Branson, Flat Creek in Republic, Golden Corral, they're open. IHOP and Village Inn, those are all places that are open on Thanksgiving. You can get yourself a nice meal and not have to clean up the kitchen.
Yeah. And again, that's just like a small sampling of a long list. There's two different lists that I saw, one on ky3.com, the other one on Ozarks First, but they have done a nice job compiling. So thank you for doing that legwork. All right. And then finally, don't forget that tomorrow is the turkey trot. It is Thanksgiving morning every year, other than during COVID, but it starts at 8 a.m. in downtown Springfield, right outside the Expo Center, and you can sign up online. And it's rain or shine, no matter what the weather, it is going on. So hopefully you have fun with it.
It's usually probably about this chilly, isn't it? It feels super chilly now because it just got cold. But
Well,
I'd
yeah,
imagine
but I mean, sometimes it's freezing. So
it's
honestly,
colder.
this weather is not going to be too bad.
Okay.
It's not going to be too
Feels
bad.
bad to me.
Yeah. So
All right. Is that it?
that's it. That's all we got for you.
Okay. Well,
right.
we hope you, we want to tell you just how thankful we are for you listening and watching the podcast, sharing it with your friends. It's cool because we get to hear from people all the time. I hear from somebody almost every day who says something about what I said on the podcast and I had forgotten
Yeah.
about it already. And I'm like, what? And they said, they would repeat it. And I'm like,
Right.
and they're like, podcast. And I go, oh, yes, I did say
Yeah.
that on the podcast or
Yeah. A
whatever.
friend of mine the other day said something about, yeah, Ethan will handle it like Anchorman. And I was like, cool. And then she was like, like he said on the podcast. I was like, oh, yeah. Anchorman. I forgot we had a whole discussion about Anchorman. It was so great. So
Right.
anyway,
Right.
yeah, it's good. It's
Yeah.
good.
It's fun. We
Yeah,
enjoy doing
seriously,
it.
thank you for joining us. And thanks for all of our sponsors. I
Yeah.
mean, goodness gracious, where would we be without you? So
Yeah. Sponsors are
Roto-Rooter,
rolling at the
Adventure
bottom.
Cave
Make
Tours,
sure
the
you
Butterfly Palace, Talking Rocks Cavern, Springfield Green County Park Board, and Roto-Rooter. So thank you.
yes, thank you to them, and make sure you utilize their services because they're good companies.
Yes. Okay. Happy Thanksgiving. And
Happy
we'll be
Thanksgiving.
back on Monday. So we'll see you Monday. Okay.
Yep. See you Monday. Have a great weekend.
Yeah. Bye.